We're back with In Your House with Antuwan Clemons, an awesome show to start off with for its first episode. I'm sitting here in the living room with Carl Gregory Williams. Carl Williams, thank you for joining me in the living room today.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Williams, I have here, you are the author of the book From Playing to Praying. It tells the life story of your life. Mr. Williams, this book, I got a chance to read some of it. I'm not quite done reading the book. If you can just elaborate on, before we get to the book, you know, just tell the people a little bit about you and your rough beginnings.
I'm at the age of 12. I helped start a gang. At the age of 13, I became under investigation from the FBI for the activities I was doing in this gang. I've seen people shot and killed. I've seen people beaten almost to death. I've been arrested, put on trial to do 43 years in prison. If I would have been convicted, Mr. Clemons, my release date would have been 2025. I've been able to change my life around. Right now, I'm president of Gangs Are Not the Answer, and I work for the 5th richest man in the world.
Donald Trump?
No, not Mr. Trump.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you his name?
Go ahead.
Tell you his name?
Go ahead.
Mr. Middle, M-I-T-T-A-L.
Oh, from the steel mills here in Indiana? Okay.
Yes, he's worth, right now he worth $28 billion. I just want to get $1 billion from him.
Okay, you'll be my uncle when I grow up.
Yes.
Okay.
I've had people say they want me to raise him. But let's move on. But what happened was I decided after I was not convicted in the trial to do 43 years, I decided to get my life together. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to change people's lives by going out. And that's how I met you, giving lectures and being motivated and going out being a motivational speaker and talking to young people, trying to let them know that they should stay away from gangs, drugs, and guns and not live the life that I went through and go through the changes that I have to go through to get where I wanted to be. I've been fortunate enough to, on Christmas Eve, speak with Spike Lee, and I was able to give him a presentation and also present my book to him, and hopefully in the future I will be selling the rights to my book for a movie, From Playing to Praying. And that's what my book is about. That's what my life is about. When I was in the streets playing and gaming and doing the things that I shouldn't have done, and how I've changed my life around. Right now I'm an elder in preparation to be a minister. So I've really went full cycle in my life. My father was a minister for 35 years, but I lived a crazy life when he was alive. Now he's been passed away for 15 years, and I know he can see me now, and he's blessed, and he's happy the way I have changed my life around. He can see that I'm on the right course and doing what I should do in the community, being a man, standing up and doing what I should do for the young people and my family.
Right, and you're a man that grew up with both mother and father, correct?
Yes.
And you know, some people will say that not having a mother and a father in the house, or not having a father in the house, will stir your life to gang or something negative. So that's not true in this case, because you had both of your mother and your father. So if you can say on your end, what made you want us to be part of a gang?
I thought I was slick. I thought I had game, because my mother and father did the job they were supposed to do. I stayed in church Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I raised all the hell I could. Okay. That was my game plan, to go out and do things that as much as I could with the short time I had. They kept me in church. They raised me right. They kept our household blessed, and they prayed for me. But I thought I could get away with everything. And when you're young, you sometimes think you are invincible and you can do certain things. But my mother and father did a great job, because now I can see I came full cycle. Okay.
And so, again, you had your parents in the household with you, and again, you want to be slick, you know. So what do you think that not having a father figure in the house can stir your life to games?
Well, you know, it's a lot of young men and young women who need their father figures in their life. When I talk to young men that do have children, I try to tell them that regardless if you are in a relationship with this young lady who is the mother of your kids, if you're not in a relationship, still go by there and get your kids. Spend time with them. Take them to the park. Take them to the show. Spend time with your kids and help raise them, because a lot of young ladies now are looking for the father figures in their household. The young men, yes, but the young ladies now, the teenagers, are looking for a father in their household. So us men have to start standing up and being men and doing what we're supposed to do in the community and be fathers.
You see, I grew up without my father. My father passed away when I was 6, and my mother, you know, I went into foster care probably around the age of 7 or what have you, due to parental reasons. And and I never, would involve myself with anything negative, and you meeting me know that negativity is not me, so if you want to consider me, which I believe, I was not involved in gangs or anything negative, but still was the most popular student in each and every school that I went to. It's just that, I think it's different between, getting into the mindset of what really draws a person to become a murderer, become a rapist, become a, member of gangs, so it's not so at home half the time. What do you think is more so lenient to sending them into a wrong direction? Do you think it's peer pressure? Do you think it's more so them wanting to fit in more so than what's really going on at home?
It has a lot to do with peer pressure because everybody wants to be like their friend. Right. Everybody wants to be with the group. Everybody wants to be noticed. Everybody wants to be somebody. And it has a lot to do with peer pressure. And the problem is that a lot of young people do not understand that the most important time in their life is their high school and college years, because they have to get the best education they can get. And I always tell young people they have to become triple threats. You're already young, you're already smart, but you must become educated. You must get a good education to make it. So that's where we're at now with the young people. They think it's cool to be cool in high school and never get to college. They think it's cool to run with their friends and never get to where they need to be, never excel to where they have to be, because it's impossible to get a good job out here if you do not have a good education.
Exactly, and you're out in the real world as well as I am, and I'm only 20, getting ready to turn 21 in a couple of months. Congratulations for me. But, being on my own since 18 and knowing how life is, that, you definitely need that piece of paper that say you graduated from high school. You're definitely going to need that college education to do the things that you need to, as far as life, because life is hard. And by you, being out there from 12 until now, look how things turned around. That's not saying that people that, gets on trial and people that go to jail cannot have a second chance. And this is something I'm getting ready to try to do now and you probably can agree on by you, being on trial and what have you, that do you believe that felons, after being out of jail for maybe 13, 14 years, have not went back, had any misdemeanors, do you think they deserve to have a job just like everyone else do?
Everybody deserves a second chance. I got a second chance. I should be in jail. I should be dead. That's no doubt. It's no doubt I should be in jail or dead, but everybody deserves a second chance. But everybody need to want to have a second chance. When I met you, you were motivated from day one. You came up to me and said, Mr. Williams, I want to do this, I want to do that. I just left a high school giving a lecture, motivational speaking. When I met you, you was always motivated. Some young people are just not motivated in the way. That's why I was impressed with you, because you was always saying, we're going to do this, we're going to get together. See, because I am president of Gangs and Not the Answer. And that was the main reason I started Gangs Not the Answer, was because at the age of 12 I started this gang. So I want to give back to the community and help these young men and young women grow. And you came to me, I kind of like, oh, okay, Mr. Clemons, here's my number, call me, But you constantly kept calling and said, Mr. Williams, let's do this. So, I appreciated that, because a lot of people, young men and young women, are not motivated in that way.
Where do you think motivation comes from in urban communities? Where do you think the motivation lies on?
Right now, it's the men in the community who are not stepping up and being men, the fathers. Me, as being a father and a husband and a man, I have to do certain things for my family and my community to grow. I have to give back. I'm blessed. I've been blessed with a great job. I've been blessed to put out my own book. I've been blessed to start my own company. But if I do not give back to the community, if I do not give back to the young people, I cannot continue to receive blessings. Right.
So, Mr. Williams, this is your book, From Playing to Praying. Again, the life story of Elder Carl Gregory Williams. Can you tell them where you can find your book?
It's at 800 Barnes & Noble stores throughout the United States. You can also go on authorhouse.com or either barnesandnoble.com and order the book if you're interested.
Definitely. So, again, that's barnesandnoble.com. Repeat those again for the
barnesandnoble.com and authorhouse.com.
And if they wanted to get direct contact to you, do you have an email that they can email, the audience can email?
My email address is cgwgodfirst@yahoo.com.
So again, you can email Carl Williams for more information about his book. Thank you for joining me in the living room today. It's an honor to have you as a first guest on my show.
Congratulations.
This is all the time we have for In Your House with Antuwan Clemons. Join us next time. where our guest will be Elder Price and the Instruments of Praise. Thank you.
You're in the house with Antuwan. You're in the house with Antuwan. You're in the house with Antuwan. You're in the house with Antuwan.